Dolly, and Gary Busey starring. And he was just developing that persona. And it was wonderful. I got to, Dolly and I wrote the music, I did the score, I co-starred with him in the dang thing. It was great. We toured, we filmed all over town. It was wonderful. We filmed at the Broken Spoke, got Willie in the film with us. It was, the thing was, Dolly, the part was, I was the band leader and she was my girl singer. And we were struggling, you know, and everything. Well, struggling with Dolly Parton in terms of the outfit means, you know, rhinestones, etc. You know, about $25,000 worth of glitter on her alone. And then she made matching outfits for me. Not only that, and which is great because I had a wardrobe for the next 10 years, way overdressed, but as they got tattered, they looked pretty cool. And but we would show up in the morning, and then I had this giant wig. You know, she said, "Well, they're the ones that do Burt Reynolds." Great. So we had this wig, and what that meant was every morning I had to get there at like, you know, at about 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning for hair and makeup. I was not used to this. And they would spend from like 6 to 8, till about 8:30. Call was 9 o'clock. They'd be working on me, and at the end of the 2.5 hours, I looked like this. I got pictures to prove this. And around that time, Dolly Parton would show up, looking like Dolly Parton. I mean, literally, fingernail, each one was a work of art. Dang, you know, hair with little model trains going through. I said, dang, man, I have to be here at 6 or 7 o'clock to get this all done. And look at me. I said, what'd you have to do, to stay up all night to do this? How long does it take them to do your hair? She says, I don't know, I'm never there when they do it. You know, women, you know, that don't have 2 hairdressers and a trailer full of wigs do have to do their hair. But not Dolly, she was right on. So we wrote a bunch of songs. We did one, then we did a TV special for CMT or one of them TN, I don't remember. They all have big names. But one most wonderful lady, just a smart, funny, talented gal. And I always like to tell that story because she is funny. I recorded this song on a tribute album to the late Townes Van Zandt. I was, you know, I got the bumper sticker. I wasn't born here. I just got here as quick as I could. When I was 16, I was hanging out at a folk club in Philadelphia called the Second Fret, and this kid showed up opening the show for a band that I later bought their PA called Woody's Truck Stop. It was Townes Van Zandt. I didn't know who he was. It was in 1967, I reckon. And met him, and he was about 22 years old, 21. He was a young kid. And that's about it. And then I wound up in Texas, and of course, wound up running into town. So, hanging out with him, and got to play shows with him. He was something else. He was a mess, but he was a talented mess. So I got to do this song on the tribute album. Nobody else wanted to do it. I was surprised, but not really. If I needed you, would you come to me? Would you come to me for to ease my pain? If you needed me, I would come to you. I would swim the sea for to ease your pain. The nights forlorn and the morning's born, and the morning's born with the light of love. And you'll miss sunrise if you close your eyes, and that would break my heart in two. This next verse is just a wonderful verse, and I recorded it and I sang it, and I was listening to it the next day, and there was something about the words that just bothered me. I couldn't figure it out. Well, a lot of love it was in that day, and I happened to be with him. I said, "Hey man, just record it if I needed you." He said, "Oh yeah, one of them greats." I said, "But that second verse, there's something wrong with it." He said, "What do you mean?" I said, "Well, I wrote the words down because I'd forgotten the second verse from an Emmylou Harris, Don Williams record as a big hit." And well, he said, "Well, what's bothering you?" He said, "Well, I sang that second line. Who could ill agree she's a sight to see?" He said, "Well, those aren't the original lyrics." Lyle would know. What's the deal? I mean, I wrote them down from the record. He said, "Yeah, they changed them up in Nashville. They were a little, crooked, a little off center. They didn't like them." All right, wow, what are the real words? He said, "The real words are, Lupe and Lil agree she's a sight to see." I, of course, said, "Who the hell are Lupe and Lil?" He just looked and he said, "Those were Town's pet parakeets." All of a sudden, this verse will make perfect sense. It's all about falling in love. And I remember he lived in a little one-room apartment, so birds saw everything. In fact, I mentioned this to Guy Clark, and he said, "Oh yeah, Towns used to fly up on Braniff Airlines to Nashville with those parakeets in his pocket." So now you'll know. Baby's with me now, since I showed her how to lay her Lupe and Lil agree she's a sight to see, a treasure for the poor to find. If I needed you, would you come to me? Would you come to me for the ease and pain? If you needed me, I would come to you. I would swim the sea for the ease you pain. Oh, yeah.